Welcome to the Voice of Oneness, your call to awaken. This show is your call to awaken to the truth of your being through the teachings of the Voice of Oneness, spoken by Aumara. On this show, you will receive spiritual guidance and the teachings of oneness from the heart of spirit directly to your heart, along with the tools and techniques to apply these teachings to your day-to-day life. Tuning in each week, you will grow in a deeper, richer understanding of your true nature as teachings are offered about universal spiritual laws that govern our lives. You will learn the right use and application of these laws to achieve the richest life from the perspective of experiencing abundance in all areas of your life. Aumara is a renowned psychic, spiritual teacher, coach, energy healer, mystic, and gifted visionary who taps into the higher realms to join with the vast collective of source energy. Now, your host of Voice of Oneness, Aumara.
Welcome, friends, to the Voice of Oneness, your call to awaken podcast here on WLTK-DB Talk Radio. I am Aumara, the presenter of the Voice of Oneness, and I'm so grateful that you've joined me here this evening, tuning into this podcast, answering your call to awaken. So I'm so grateful that we get to spend some time together and have a conversation. And your comments and your questions add to that conversation. So before we begin, I want to encourage everyone listening to participate. Put a comment in the comment section. Say where you're from, or what's on your mind, or how this teaching may be impacting you, or what you may need clarification on, or any question that you may have. Feel free to just chime in at any time. So thanks in advance for your participation. Everything in our life holds purpose. We live in a precise universe. We may not be aware of the purpose of something, but that does not mean that it doesn't hold purpose. So the purpose of this podcast, the reason why I'm coming on live to you this evening and every Thursday evening here on WLTK-DB Talk Radio, is to provide guidance, instruction, and support through the words spoken here, which emit a tone, a frequency of love that calls forth the remembrance of your true nature, the true nature of your being as one whole in the field of love. So it's the return to love, the path of love. And that's what I come forth to provide as it flows to and through me, and also in writings that I may have from the past that pertain to the topic of which we are speaking of. So I kind of bounce back and forth on what's flowing to and through, and that which I have notes on. So if you see me looking down, it's looking down at my computer for two reasons. One, to keep me focused, because I tend to bounce all around. And another is to make sure that I am reading what I have decided to include in our session together. So that's the purpose. That's the purpose. We always want to set our intention when we're entering into like the beginning of a brand new day. We want to set the intention. We want to set the purpose. Good evening, Allison. Nice to have you. I'm doing well tonight. First time here. Welcome. Great to have you. Allison, if as we're going along, there's any questions you may have, be sure to chime in and let me know. Or if there's anything that you want to share, let me know. So we want to set a purpose where we're discussing the purpose, setting the purpose, why we do something, and that brings it to our conscious awareness of our actions and where we are within our consciousness, and it sets the tone for the day or for the event, whatever it is. So saying the purpose of this podcast sets the tone for the podcast so that everybody understands what it is we're doing here, and we're coming together. I'm as the presenter, you as the listener, you're answering the call, the prompting from within you, from spirit to listen. Now, we may be on for an hour and 10 minutes, and it doesn't mean that in 1 hour and 10 minutes worth of information, you're going to absorb all of it. It may be that there's something that's going to be said that's going to spark a remembrance within you. So you're paying attention, you're listening, you're taking it in, you're setting your purpose from the beginning to say, I'm open to receive. And that's all we need to do. Just be open to receive. I'm just going to recently lost my mom, and it's been a difficult time moving forward in life without her. Is there a way I can be more open to connecting with her? Absolutely. So Allison's saying here that she recently lost her mom. I'm sorry. Truly from my heart, you have my sincere condolences. I understand how you're feeling. And many of us who have experienced, which is probably all of us, have experienced loss. We know that desire to connect, that wanting to experience and to connect. And first and foremost, we understand that when we lose someone from our life, when I'm saying lost, we didn't lose anything really. They're still with us, but they're not in the same form. They've gone and they've left their body, and now they're in the spirit form. And some of us are able to see spirit form, some of us are not. Doesn't make anybody better than anyone else, or it just happens to be what we may do naturally, what comes to us. And it holds purpose. It holds purpose for being able to see. But when you have someone that you've lost, like your mom, it is to say to yourself, it's your own self, to say, I'm open to receive, and speak to her as if she were sitting right with you, right in the room with you. Have a conversation, continue the conversation. Those that have crossed over always state that they wish to continue in conversation. Don't think of them as gone. Think of them as present. They haven't gone anywhere. They've just let the body go. They're still very much alive, very much aware of what you're doing at every moment, and very much wanting to be a part of that experience with you. So your thought of connecting to your mom connects you instantly with your mom. So you just think of her in a beautiful memory. That helps many times. If we think of a memory, we think of just recalling our mom's face, or some words that were said to us, or an experience we had together that was a beautiful memory. And that sets the stage. And then we just allow ourselves to feel whatever it is we feel. So we're just open to the experience. And as we move along, as the time passes, the connection only can grow stronger once we've accepted that this is now the new experience. We're not looking to reclaim what has been when we were in life together in physical form. We're now experiencing beyond the physical, which is so much greater because it's expansive. And when we're open to that, your mom can come to you in the dream state also and help you in whatever may be going on in your life as well. As of lately, I haven't felt her presence. It happened a lot at first, but as of lately, I feel I'm losing her all over again. Okay, so that may be the feeling, and we acknowledge that. We acknowledge that's the feeling. But now, if you're open to hear this, that you can never lose her. That's not a possibility. Okay? That's not a possibility. We are all together as one whole. We are always connected, whether we're in the physical form or we're not. We're always connected. Love never dies. It is always continuing. Now, if you're not feeling her, there may be other things going on in your life. There may be stressors in your life that are weighing heavy on you. And it may also be, too, that she is doing things in the spirit world that have her attention, and that one might be resting. When we first cross over, there's a point of which we rest. So she may be resting. That doesn't mean that she doesn't feel you when you think of her. She does. It just means that she may not be coming to you as much as she did in the beginning, because in the beginning, maybe she felt that you needed her presence. But she may be pulling back just a little bit so that she can rest and let you heal. Does that make sense, Allison? But know that she has never, she cannot or would not ever leave you all over again. That's our mind that plays tricks on us and keeps us in a thought pattern of which does not allow for our expansion. The expansion is to realize that we are love, that your mom is love, that you are love, and that we're all together always, always in the field of love. So your loving thought of her, she feels it, she feels your energy, and she sends love to you. So as you think of her, just placing your hands on your heart center here and just imagining that feeling and feeling the warmth as it fills with love. Okay? I just miss her so very much, and I keep searching for validation. Okay. As you search for validation, and that's something that many of us do, just say it can come to me in any number of ways. So I'm going to just, as I search for the validation, once again, what I say to myself is I am open. I am open to receive. So validation can come in the form of you can hear maybe a voice inside your own head. Some of us hear a voice. Some of us have a knowing. We just know that we know. Some of us get a sense. Some of us, through the 5 senses, some of us will feel. Some of us have a heightened sense of smell. And it may be in particular a smell of a flower that was very dear to our mom. And when we get that smell of the flower, we know she's around. That's a validation. Carla, hello. So that's one type of validation. Another could be, I'm wheeling my cart down the aisle in the supermarket, and I pass 2 people having a conversation. And now I don't know these 2 people. I don't know what they're talking about. But just as my cart rolls past theirs, there's a word said. And it's something my mom always said to me. And boom, there's the connection. So that's also a validation. So there are innumerable ways of which we can receive the validation. All we need to be is open. Sometimes we could be outside and just look up to the sky, and the cloud formation in the sky, we may see an image of our loved one. There's so many ways of which we can experience, but all we need to do is just say that I'm open. And missing her so very much, sending love to her, allowing her to send the love to you, but realizing also that she is continuing her experience of consciousness as you are too. So in a beautiful way, we come together and we say, I know we've had such a beautiful experience here as mother and daughter, and I know that we'll be together again. And I can feel, and I keep you ever in my heart as I know that I am ever in your heart. And I continue to live my life and my experiences, and I welcome all that's here for me, as I know you too are welcoming all that is held for you in spirit. Does that make sense, Allison? I hope it does. So, Carla, you're a first timer here. Welcome. And so is Allison, two first timers. Nice to have you this evening as we talk about the power of love. And we're not talking a romantic love, we're talking the love of which we are. Is there a way to honor her on special occasions, such as Mother's Day? Every day is a special occasion. Honor her every day. And you honor her by having the love in your heart, by being open and by being strong within yourself and realizing that she will always be your mom and you will always honor her and love her. So on Mother's Day, you want a special way of acknowledging her. Allison, do you dance? Because I'm getting a sense of dancing. I'm getting a sense of moving the body, and that's something that she's enjoys. So the dance is a good thing. Okay. I did and I do. Yes. So she's honor her with with music that was special to you and her, you and she, and dance. And when you're dancing, dance as feeling her presence with you. And it may be very emotional for you, but it's a good release. And it's a way of which she can assist you and you could be together as you dance. That's what she's telling me here. Okay. She doesn't want to come too close she doesn't want you to continue to be attached to the experience. So in other words, this is a healthy thing. Yes, very emotional. I cry daily. Yeah, I'm getting that feeling. I'm getting that feeling. So she understands. She's very, very well where she is. She's very happy. She's filled with joy and love. And she's sending that to you. But she understands that you have your process to go through. You have your grief to go through. And she understands that and respects that. So she doesn't want to be too close to you all the time so that you do not become too dependent upon her. She's always with you. Know that. She can never leave you. She'll always be with you. You experience one another in your heart. But know that she is well. She is thriving, and she wants you too to be well and thrive. So allow yourself to experience your feelings, your emotions. Allow yourself to hold the memories very dear to you, close to your heart. And know that you are moving through this energy. And you will, as you move through, feel stronger and stronger. And then you'll be able to have very beautiful dialogue with her when the time is right. When the time is right. When the time is right, and she's telling me that she'll come to you in a dream and you'll know. But until then, just know that she is with you. She hasn't left you. And when that thought pops in your head, you just say, that's just my mind. She knows how much you love her. She knows that. And I'm trying to get through this, but it's so hard. Okay. We are sorry for your loss. Yeah. So anytime we experience a loss, we feel it within our body. We feel it within our physical body because our physical body is a partner with us. It allows us to realize how we are within our consciousness, what we are holding as far as our thoughts and beliefs. The stresses that we feel in the body are that which is coming from the mind. So our body has the experience of the stress to let us know what we're focused on. Now, where we focus, that's where our energy flows. So we want to be aware of where we're focusing on. So look forward to meeting her in your dreams. Look forward to your growth. Look forward to the beauty of life that is here for you. I have so much stress lately. My health has suffered. Yes, that's why I'm speaking to you in this way, to open up that energy and get it moving here, because I can feel that. I can feel that deep in my body. But now, in the grander picture, okay, when we look at the bigger picture, the bigger picture is what we experience in life, no matter what it is what we are holding in our mind as our belief. So if we are saying with our words that it is hard to let go, it's going to be hard to let go, because that's what we're holding on to. What if we say to the self, yes, it's hard in the moment, but I know that it's easing up. And I know as I move through this grief, I'm going to come to an even better place in relationship to my mom. That then sets the tone for the movement of energy from focused on the loss to focus on the beauty of the being, of the soul. So that's a step that we can take that will ease the suffering. When we decide that, okay, I'm suffering, my health is deteriorating because of the stress, I must now take responsibility for that. And I must take steps to balance my energy so that I return to wellness. So changing my mindset to create more positive thoughts. Yes, that's one way. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And only you can do that. And know that as you are in the process, when you make that decision to do that, your mom is aiding you in doing that. And she's cheering you on. And she certainly does not want you to suffer in any way. That's not what she wants for you. It's been a very awakening experience. A heart and grateful thank you, Carla. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And sorry for your loss as well. Loss is for us in a physical life, because our physical life is temporary. We're spirit, we come into a body, and we're here for a course, for a term. And then we must leave the body and return to spirit. We all have a point of entry when we are born, and we have a point when we leave. And when we leave, we must lay the body down and then continue on. Yes, she always wanted the best for you, and she continues to, the best of all. Absolutely. And she knows that you are healing through this. She's aware of that, and she sees the beauty. And that's where her focus is, on the beauty. So you too have the choice to focus on the beauty. You have the focus on the beauty of what she's taught you, how she raised you, the beauty of which you are as a part of her. This you get to continue in life, and she gets to experience through you. So know that too. Know that too. So we are always continuing in experiencing of the consciousness of which we are, whether we're in a physical body or have returned to spirit. Jamie Lynn, good evening. Welcome. Great to have you. So this evening's topic here is the power of love. And we're talking about love and loss as we started off this evening with Carla and Allison both experiencing loss and having a hard time moving through it. Yes, ma'am, I totally agree and resonate as well. Resonate, I love that. Beauty, when you say the word resonate, means you're in your heart. You're feeling. I'm feeling this. It's speaking to me. When you say you totally resonate as well, you are now giving the example of what I was speaking about, of walking through the supermarket when two people are holding a conversation and a word was spoken, and all of a sudden it resonated in the heart. As you pass by, you got it. Like, oh my gosh, my mom always used that word. Or I felt my mom as I walked past these people. And they're saying, I've opened my heart. So Carla, you opened your heart, you feel, you resonate. So that is moving you forward and moving you into a state of understanding and growth. And that's a beautiful place to be. A beautiful place to be. I appreciate she was a really wonderful mother. Okay. She was a really wonderful mother and person to everyone. How about she is? She is a wonderful mother and person to everyone. She continues. She's always with you. Okay. We don't want to lose sight of that. We don't want to take our loved one and keep them in a as we have known them and believe that that's all that they are, because then we lose and they lose. Okay, we're not experiencing the fullness of that which we are. So when you realize that she's so much more, then she can come to you as so much more. Then she can begin to play with you if you're open to it. And she can begin to do things, and many of you on the call may have experienced losing a loved one, and then that lights in your house may flicker on and off, when you're thinking about them, or you're going through a particular difficult period of your life, and you may get little signs along the way. They're playing with you. They're saying, hey, we're here. We haven't gone anywhere. Everything's okay. We're just operating from a different frequency. We're beyond your physical sight right now, but we're still in the game. We're still together. We're always together as in oneness. So know that. Okay, I didn't think of that in that way. Yeah, think of that in that way. Outside of the box, there's your beautiful mom is so much more, and so too are you, and so too are we all. We are so much more that we cannot even comprehend the true greatness of our being. We can't. We have a limited focus in a physical world with a physical body. We're not a physical body. We're so much more. We're so much more. Can you possibly tell me if my Kayla is happy? Carla, I'm going to say absolutely, but I'm also feeling a sense within my heart. There's a heaviness in the heart. I cry every time I think of my grandmother. I know it's because of the special bond we shared. I wonder if I'm still grieving or if it is out of the love lost. Okay, well, if the love is lost, what about if we found the love? What if we find it? It's not lost. And what I mean by that is, what if we open the mind to say there is so much more than this world of which I am focused in. There's so much more. And there's the world of spirit. And that is so vast. I don't have the understanding of it, but it exists. And that's where my grandmother is. But what if I open up to that and I allow myself to experience in new ways? And if we can do that, now we've just broadened our perspective. We're now broadening our consciousness. We're expanding. And we're saying we're open for more. And when we say open, we're open for more, we receive more. We receive more. So we start to get little, what we may call hits, little experiences, and what Carla called validations. Things happen and we go, oh, okay, that is my grandmother. Or something you may recall, a memory one day that's very strong. And wow, recalling that memory very strong is your grandmother sending you love. In that moment, you received it as a recalling of a memory. You didn't receive it as, oh, this is my grandma sending love, because you didn't have that understanding. Your understanding is it's a memory. Does that make sense? Oh, I know it exists. I'm a believer. I still cry. I smile and the tears fly. Beautiful. Beautiful. We are taught so wrong. It needs to change. Then change it. Then change it. Then say, I'm open for the change. We are, yes. We are conditioned. We're conditioned to be limited. And we're now in this great awakening process where we're opening up to the understanding that we are beyond what we have been conditioned to believe. Pronounced Lee. Okay. Lee. I don't know what you mean by pronounced Lee, but okay. We are taught so wrong. It needs to change. Yes, absolutely. So, once again, we return now to understand more about our own experience in life as love. And as we grow and experience ourselves as love, we are open to experience those we've loved that have made their transition. And we can experience them in a more profound way. Because we've expanded. As we expand, they expand. So they don't leave us. They're still with us. They're still experiencing life with us. So they expand as well. So know that. So we live in a vibrational universe. We are to develop that understanding that everything in all of creation is energy. We are energy. Our thoughts are energy. Grandma who transitioned is energy. My mom who transitioned is energy. My husband who transitioned is energy. Everything is energy. In all of creation, this energy is made manifest in our physical world in a myriad of forms. Energy never rests. It's always in motion. It's always moving. It's neither created nor destroyed. It moves into form and out of form, from the unseen to the seen, and then back to the unseen. This is energy. This is the flow. This is the flow of life. This is the flow of the Creator's energy. We are part of the Creator, part of that which created us. And we flow into life, we have experiences, and then we flow out of the physical form back to spirit. And then when it's time is right again, we can re-enter into physical form again, and we have a whole new set of experiences. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of creation. That's the beauty of creation. Absolutely, your loved ones can protect and guide. Absolutely, they can. They can protect and guide. Yes. I'm going to try to do what I can. Absolutely. Open. Kaylee. Okay. So are you, Kaylee, Carla, are you saying it's Kaylee? Your name is Kaylee? It shows as Carla. That's what you're saying? I'm not sure that I'm understanding it. Kaylee. Both are beautiful names, but Kaylee. Okay. So from the seen into the unseen, from the unseen to the seen, continuous movement, continuous flow of energy. Everything is energy. Our thoughts are energy in motion, emitting a vibration into the field, which elicits a response. And the response is of like energy. So the energy attracts to it energy that is of the same vibration. It could be no other way. Knowing this, we choose to live in awareness from the point of our current life expression, which is known as the now moment. We experience everything that we experience in the moment, our moment of awareness. Now, we can bring in memories from the past, but what we experience when we're having thought is in the moment. Nothing exists outside of that. Everything exists in the moment. Okay, saying her daughter's name is Kaylee. Okay, thank you for that clarification. Allison, thank you. Love and we get. Okay, Kaylee. KK, she says KK. Okay, all right. Now that we know that we are that energy, we are experiencing life, everything's taking place in the moment. In our world now, we have this dismantling going on, the releasing of old patterns through the process of growth, as many of us begin to enter greater stages of awareness. We're shaken out of our complacency. This state is a state of movement by which each engages in different phases of our evolutionary process to blend and to continue forward movement of the expansion of the collective expression of humanity, the collective expression of our consciousness. She's guiding us. We have spirit guides. Yes, we do have spirit guides. Yes, yes, yes. Kaylee, my daughter is Kaylee. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, know that she is always with you. Now, when we're coming to this awareness, we're entering a unified field of love. We're moving to this unified field. And as we do this, as we experience loss, as we're talking about tonight, and we open up to that there is so much more to this life. Yes, we have loss, but there is more. And as we open, then we can work with spirit in a beautiful, loving way of which we can expand. There's so much more to experiencing the energy of that which we are. And we are at a beautiful place now where we are receiving the information. Many years ago, there were very few people who would understand the word spirit guides. They would never, ever think that there is a spirit guiding them. That was not part of what was in most people's experience. They believed that they lost a loved one and that was it, and they were very frightened of the process of death, the process of transition. Now we are moving into a greater knowing. We are moving into the expanded thought. We're moving into the field of love. We're coming into the realization that is a continuation of life. There is life and only life. Only life. There is no death. Life and only life. There's different forms. There's in the body and then there's in spirit, but it's still life and only life. It's a continuation. And for some of us, that understanding, we can relate to it. It's in resonance. We have an inner knowing that it connects to, and we go, and we open. For others, it's more of a struggle. So if it's more of a struggle, know that that struggle is temporary. It's temporary. The greater knowing is around the bend. And as we journey along, we make it around the bend, and then that greater understanding becomes ours. Okay? So the struggle is temporary. It's temporary. So we honor it, we're with it, but we realize that it's temporary because there's so much more. There's so very much more. Okay? So that's beautiful. Be open to the endless possibilities that are within you and around you now. To be open implies understanding and acceptance. We accept that there is more to life. And we're ever expanding consciousness. So I accept that I'm open to experience the spirit of the loved ones who have crossed. They've made their transition before me. But I accept that there's so much that I don't know. I accept that there's so much information of which I have yet to experience and process. And what a beautiful thing that is. Because as I come to the experiencing of this new information, I expand my consciousness. My heart opens even more. And I'm in the process of living life from an expanded perception. So know that we get to experience this here and now. There's so much that I don't understand. Yeah, there's so much that I don't understand too. And isn't it beautiful that we are ever expanding? We're ever expanding beings of light and love. And all we need to do is say, I am open. I'm open means I let down my guard. I'm not resisting. I'm not fearful because I don't know. I'm in anticipation of experiencing. I'm open. There's so much more. Keep your mind open and ask your mama for signs. They will come. Yes, absolutely. 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 Ask not only your loved ones, but ask Spirit, ask God, ask the angels, ask the master teachers that work with us. They're so vast in spirit, those that are of the light, that are willing to work with us, to assist us in this journey we have in a human form. Understanding that this is a denser field of energy and it's much more difficult. So they are always guiding and they are always assisting. Okay. I did try asking today, but I didn't hear anything. Okay. Many times we'll ask for a sign, we'll ask for something, but we're holding within our mind. I talked about the intention before when we began. We're holding in mind, we're setting our intention to communicate, and we want a specific something. We want something tangible to happen. We want to experience something. And we ask, and then we're waiting. We're in the state of waiting to receive, to receive, to receive. When we're in that state of waiting to receive, we're constricted. We're not open in the field of energy. So although when we ask, it is given, we're not able to receive it because we're restricting. So we want to ask and say, oh, I'm asking, and I am open to receive as it comes, when it comes, how it comes. I am so grateful, for I know it is now mine. So I know that because I asked, I shall receive. It's my job to be open, to make sure that I don't have any blocks keeping the energy from me. And if I am so in the process of my grief and I am so stressed and upset, my body is naturally constricted. Naturally constricted. Is it fear? Maybe because it makes it so real. It's hard to wrap our heads around. I totally get how you feel. I felt like that too. Open from the heart. Open. All you focus on is this heart, not your mind. Your mind has limitations. Your heart, open, and you will receive. Believe to receive. So I open. I'm not dictating the way it has to come to me, when it has to come to me. If I didn't get it right away when I asked, it doesn't mean it's not given. It means that I was unable to receive in the moment. So I just open and I remain open every day and I allow the experiences to come to me, knowing that they are yours and they are there. So trust in that. Trust in that. That's our responsibility to do, that we're open. We're open to receive. If we are holding fear, if we are fearful of something, the fear is a block. It means I'm giving my energy to fear. Fear is outside of the field of love. All messaging comes within the field of love, not fear. Fear is held within the mind. I'm an overthinker, so if I lead with my heart, maybe I'll be more open. Absolutely. I admit I am impatient too. Fine, that's okay. It's okay. I'm in the process of learning patience. It's ever expanding. Okay. I'm learning patience. I'm becoming more open. So know that now your loved one is going to be working with you with that. And you've identified that you are learning patience. And they will help you to learn patience. Total flaw I need to work on. Not a flaw. Just it is what you're working on. It's the experience. We are spirits, first and foremost, housed within these physical bodies. We come into this world to live life, to experience life in a physical form. So we're in this physical body, and we're learning to work within the limitations of the body. And we can tend to have a propensity to be impatient because in spirit, when you hold the thought, you think it, boom, it's there. There's no waiting for anything. It's instant, like in an instant, it's there. But you're in a physical form. Now you've got limitations. You've got beliefs that you've set up based on experiences that you've had. So when we become impatient, it is now our learning to release that. Fear is my greatest challenge. Humble warrior. I love humbled warrior. I love your name there. I'm extremely patient. After I got ill, I learned how to smell the roses. Life is so much more appreciated. Jamie Lynn, that's the beauty of the experience that you had when you became ill. The result of that is now you are more patient and you appreciate life. You're in gratitude. So that helped you. That was your soul through that experience helping you to grow, helping you to become more patient, helping you to expand your consciousness, learning how to smell the roses, reevaluating your priorities in life. This is what life experiences do. This is how we live. This is how we experience ourselves in a physical form. Our greatest challenge is our emotions. We are here to experience ourselves as spirit with emotion. We will, when we come through this and we are expanding in consciousness and learning more about the truth of our being, or the true nature of our being, we are love. We are divine love. When we come more into the understanding of that, our consciousness expands. And we then are able to process our emotions and eventually master them. But until we do that, they master us. We tend to make our decisions based on our emotions. Our emotions set up blocks for us that we have to work through. It's our emotions, and this is part of living and experiencing life so that we further along our progress in mastering our emotional body. But we're all at different points. Expression, emotion is healthy, right? Yes. And the fact that we even question that is based on our conditioning. We're conditioned not to express emotions. We're conditioned to be thinkers and producers. Don't go too far into your heart now. Oh, don't go too there. You'll be too soft. Don't do that. You're gonna get in trouble if you're too emotional. Just pull yourself up and move on. March forward. That's our conditioning. That's all BS. That's all belief system. It's all what we're told to behave in that manner. It does not serve us at all. And we're at this point now, collectively within our consciousness on this planet, where that no longer holds. Anything that is not true to the nature of our being will no longer stand. It will fall. And what that means is we'll see in the outer world systems crumbling. We're going to see the crumbling of different governments. We're going to see the crumbling of institutions. Within our own inner self, we're going to see the crumbling of that which we've been holding that's not true. Where we believe that we're not worthy of something. That's not true. We're born worthy. We've taken on beliefs that tell us we're unworthy. They're not true. So therefore, experiences in life must come up for us to confront those beliefs so that we can release them and let them go. I hope that makes sense. So as we're dealing with this emotion and we're dealing about loss, we're bringing it into its proper positioning. So we realize that it is a circle of life. We are moving through. We come into life, we experience, and then we go to spirit. And then we come back into life and we go back to spirit. And some of us bounce back and forth while we're aware in a life. There's all different levels of experiencing ourselves as consciousness. And wherever we are in any moment is right where we need to be. We're exactly where we need to be, experiencing exactly what we're meant to experience so that we can grow. That you've got to know that you know, because if it was not exact, you wouldn't be experiencing it. Because this universe in which we live is a precise universe. It has zero excess, zero waste. We never experience one moment that is not necessary for the overall good of all all of us. We're all connected. We're all in this game of life. We're all playing out our individual roles, but we're all connected, and everything we experience is exactly what it needs to be. An Aries sun here. Yeah, it does make sense. Good, good. All right. So our focus here is the power of love. The power of love. Love is what we are. It's the power of us, that which we are. The power that we hold within to move through these difficult situations in life, to move through loss, to move through transitioning from different phases within our life. That's the power that we hold inside of us. We are all love. Love is the true force in all of creation. We are created by love, as love, to experience love. Every one of us. Infinite intelligence, God, which creates all, brought forth the emanations of love as the souls of this universe. The sparks birthed from the Godhead, from the center of allness, came forth, created to experience life. That's us. Wondrous creations of beauty that are creators of divine love. That's who we are. We are not at a loss for anything. We are not missing anything. We are not broken in any way. We're not less than another. We are all equal. We are all divine beings of love and light. We're coming to the understanding of that through the processing of life, through loss, through rising beyond loss. This is how we experience in our life. And the experience, once we experience it and we have this understanding, then we embody it. Now it belongs to us. We have to experience it first. We have to live through it. We have to have the experience. And that's what we're doing now. So we can see that we all sprang forth from the Creator, infinite intelligence. As you are one with the all are one. This is the point to remember, the oneness point, the divine remembering. Yes, humbled warrior, the oneness point. You can wonder what you're doing at any point in your life, but know this, you are creating. You are creating the experience of which you are living. You are creating it. We are all creating it. And for some, that's difficult to hear because we'll go, why would I create? If we're in a mess, why would I create this? Or when we're feeling pain and suffering, why would I create this? And we say, okay, good question. Good question. Now sit quiet, close your eyes, and hold the thought of communicating with your soul, and ask, why have I created this? What is seeking to emerge in my life? That this is the backdrop for it. This is what brings me to it. So I'm open. I'm asking, open. And I ask, and then I sit with it. And then I say, from this moment forth, I'm open to receive, and I allow it to show up in my life. Because as we ask, so we receive in accordance with our belief. That's law. It never changes. That's the way that it is. The changing frequency is our own. Where are we within our beliefs? If we're sitting with that belief and we're saying, okay, this is my belief. I believe that I am the creator of this experience, and this is what I wish to experience. And we sit with it. And then when we get up from that meditation or that moments that we spent, in solitude, and then we get back into the world and we start doubting that power. We start, oh, well, maybe it's not going to happen for me because I didn't get the sign. It didn't come. Now we're in doubt. Now we've closed down. Boom. It's like the flower that blooms and then boom, goes back into the bud. We want to stay bloomed. What is a bloom? A bloom is open. So remind yourself over and over and over again, to get the most out of this life, I must be open. Open is my job. I got it. Open is my job. I'm open to receive. I'm open to receive from my loved ones who have crossed. I'm open to receive from the loved ones that are on the planet with me. I'm open to receive all that I receive this day, because all that I receive this day is meant for me, or I would not be receiving it. I would never receive something that I haven't invited into my life. We must send out the invitation. And we do that by our thoughts and our beliefs. We invite what comes into our life. We invite that. May not be something easy to digest when we think about it, going, oh my gosh, I did this. But know that when you realize you have and you move through it, you've grown. And now you become even stronger in the rightful creation of that which you are choosing. You start to create with intention and not in default. Default means I don't realize what I'm doing. I'm creating and I'm experiencing a little good, a little bad, a little of this, a little of that. And then when I realize, oh my gosh, it's me who's doing this. Now when I do it with intention, now I start experiencing that which I intend. Oh my gosh, what a different life I'm living. How great is this? I am love in motion. I am the flow of love. I have the power of love in me as it is that which I am. And when I choose to live in the field of love, there isn't any fear that can touch me. Does it mean that we don't become anxious at times? It means it doesn't stop you. It doesn't stop you. It doesn't shut you down. You realize that this may be the residue of a past memory, a past experience that you're moving through. You're healing it. You're healing it. You keep on moving forward, for you're in the field of love, staying in that field of love. So what I want to do now is I want to take a station break. And then when we return, I want to do a little bit more discussing of how we enter into the field of love and remain there. So stay with me while we take this station break. Talk to you soon. Beautiful. Thank you for staying with me here. Yeah. Okay, Allison, feeling anxious. We feel anxious. We feel anxious when we don't know. When we feel anxious, it's, I don't know what's coming next. I don't feel confident in my ability to handle what I'm experiencing. Within, I know that I am being called to grow. I cannot stay in complacency. I cannot stay in what I've known and the safety and the security. I'm always growing. I'm being called to grow. I'm being called to grow. I'm being called to grow. So when we've been called to grow, we get a little anxious. That's part of the experience. And that's not a bad thing. If we take this anxious feeling and we say, this is just my body, my emotions in my body letting me know what's going on in my mind. That's what the purpose is. It's not a bad thing. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to experience whatever emotion we're experiencing. And then we say, okay, now let's move with it. Let's do the dance. Let's dance with this emotion. Let's dance with this anxiousness and say, okay, with my body, what's being called for? What is being asked of me to grow? What am I being asked to step into here? Here is you're being asked to step into the expansion of your consciousness, expansion of your understanding. Ooh, a new way of experiencing you, the energy of you, for you're so much more than you realize. You're so much more. And you are in the process of expanding. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing. So We are experiencing an empowerment. Thank you. Awesome activation. Yes, you got that. Good for you. Yes, we are. And that is the purpose of this broadcast. That's the purpose of this podcast. This is the Voice of Oneness teachings, returning us to the field of love, returning us to the expanded form of which we are. We are the consciousness that is ever expanding. So it brings us from that field of fear, which is all around us. Okay? All around us is fear. It's in the collective consciousness. There's a lot going on. We are bombarded continuously with the energy of fear. So it's for us to say, yes, I see it, I recognize it, but that's not my choice. I'm a creator being here. I get to choose. I get to write the invitation. And I want in my life to play in the field of love. I choose love. Now that's a declaration. I choose love. That's powerful, very powerful. So that says that this is my choice. This is what I want to bring into my life. This is what I want to experience. So now, understanding we are divine emanations of the Most High, an emanation of God. That's who we are. This is truth. But is this truth realized in you? If not, we have dissonance where we're desiring resonance. We're desiring to connect. The reason we want to connect with the loved ones that we've experienced in life is because we experienced love. We want that love connection to be with us. We want to feel it. We want to be bathed in it. We don't want to let that go. And that never needs to be let go. It needs to come into the fullness. It needs to ever expand. That's the beauty. That's the beauty. Okay. Hold on, I've got to catch up on some, you've got some, like a water, okay, Jamie Lynn says, like a water fountain, you take in an experience and it becomes a part of your journey and you learn from it. Sometimes it slowly disappears, but then you are reminded again and it keeps evolving. A water fountain is the same. You fill it with water, it cycles through. Some water evaporates, and when it rains, it's filled again. And you can add decorations to it. Whoops, I just lost it. Decorations to it. Let me see. Can I put that on there? Okay. And then it's filled up again. And something yucky gets in, you clean it. Excuse my babble. I love it. Please babble away. That's so beautiful. And this is how we grow. This is how we learn. So that's beautiful. We don't want to hold back what we are feeling we'd like to express. We want to be able to express. We want to be able to be heard. So when others are hearing, they may resonate with or they may not. Take it or leave it. That's simply the way it is. But if we hold back the energy and we don't express, then we're not sharing from our heart. Then we're not doing our part. So feel free to express. I am grateful for pulling up to a dark house that my husband left for me, and I'm sitting here in the truck. Okay. All right. As you're sitting in the truck, close your eyes for a moment. Put your hands on your heart and say, I open to the love of which I am. I open to be filled with love. Love flows to me in abundance. And I experience it now. And I allow myself to be bathed in it. And you can open your eyes. And you give in gratitude for the love of which you are always a part of. I am love. We are together. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. In every moment we are together. So if we are in dissonance, if we're not experiencing that which we desire as resonance, become aware of the connection of the ever-flowing love, which we just did when we placed our hands on our hearts, closed our eyes, and filled with love, within our awareness. Have you had enough of the lower frequencies, that which causes pain and struggling? Have you had enough? We have to make that decision and say yes. Or maybe we haven't. Maybe we still want to experience more. We have to be honest with ourselves. Where am I in the process? Am I ready to let go, or do I need to hold on a bit longer? Both are beautiful. Okay? There's no race to the finish line here. There is no finish line. We are ever evolving consciousness. Moving to the frequency of love when we're ready and stay in love. Release all that is not love by placing a singular focus on love and only love. Means I choose love. I choose love. Set your intention to see love, to hear love, to feel love. Be the love of which you are from the core of your inner knowing. This is our calling to you. There's no room for buts here. It's not I can do this but. It's we let go of the buts and we say, I am love. I choose love. This is my choice. I choose to experience love. I choose to experience the love that is here for me in all forms around me. This is my life. This is what I choose. Living in the physical world and choosing the expression of love in all ways that we can, always. This is the challenge we face. And as we live in a world filled with illusions, we are to align with love. When we align with love, we feel good. We feel joy. We feel fulfilled. This love, once again, is not the romantic love. This is the divine love of that which we are. That which we are. That's the divine love. And we want to remind ourselves over and over and over again, I am love. We want to say it audibly, as it matters when we speak it. We speak it, it's the vibration, the tone. Coming from our voice, we feel it. We are love. We feel it, we hear it. This is our frequency. Now, that which is loving is drawn to us because we live in a world of a universe of vibration. Like energy attracts like energy. This is how we draw to us. Good night, Jamie Lynn. Good night. That's what we draw to us. Okay, so we want to begin our day from our heart. Put into practice positive statements, as was suggested earlier this evening. Affirming your divine nature, the good qualities that support you, add to you. Bless your food before you take it into your body. Bless everything that you put into your body. This blesses me and nourishes me to the fullness of love. I bless this. It holds the energy of love. Boom. Therefore it is. Know that. Exercise. That's a must. The movement of the body. Exercise. Exercise moves the energy. We don't want to sit still and not move. We want to move. That gets the energy flowing. Remember, it is everyone's responsibility to care for their physical and mental bodies. Beginning with the emphasis on your divine nature, reminding yourself of your divine nature. Let us remember as we come to a close tonight, the oneness of all, the connection of which is in every part and parcel of creation, imbued by the Creator, as it is the very essence of the divine source of eternal wisdom, knowledge, and love. This essence is the one creative force in motion, ever pressing forward in the eternal expanse. Never a moment exists in which we are not part of oneness. Never a moment exists of which we are not part of oneness. We are not separate. We are together. Yes, we are all one, ever present within this great expanse of oneness always. Stand tall within the field of love. Hold your intention to be fully and securely anchored in the field of divine love. Remember that love is the one true force. Fear is an illusion. It's not your truth. Return to your truth through your choosing. Go forth and let all of your thoughts, words, and deeds be powered by love. As Mahatma Gandhi spoke, we are to be the change we wish to see in the world. Love yourself by allowing yourself to open. Allow yourself to open. Be open to the endless possibilities that exist for you here and now. And so it is. And is it with great love that I send to all of you. And it is for all of you with great love to send love out into this universe. We are love. We are one. We are ever expanding consciousness. Good night.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com.